Once the semester ends in a couple weeks, I plan on doing some scoring of baseball games. I didn't do it today with the Mariners game because I was multitasking, but I did watch the Mariners game. We just finished 3-1 win for the Mariners over the defending National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks. It was a hard fought win. And when I say hard fought win, I mean it was a hard fought win. The first base hit of the game for the Mariners was literally a bunt base hit from Luke Raley, which was really cool. What the heck did I just do here? I haven't clicked on the wrong thing to look at the box scores. 3-1 game on a day where over 100 runs have been scored across Major League, or over almost 150 runs have been scored across Major League Baseball. Twins are in the middle of the seventh inning, and they're up 14-4 over the Angels right now. Hitting pitcher was George Kirby, who goes to 3-2 with a 4.18 ERA. Sissoni, in his second start of the season, he is a rookie, went to 1-1 with a 2.25 ERA. Munoz got the save. And still get nervous after Munoz did that walk-off walk. Both pitchers struck out a lot of batters during the early portion of the game. Kirby had 8 strikeouts through the first 9, and Ciccone had 7 strikeouts through the first 9. I thought it was going to be those ones where it was going to be like 30 strikeouts. Most strikeouts you can have in a 9 inning game that ends 1-0 is 54. Um, Assumes that you just have one solo home run or something, and then all the other outs are strikeouts. Um, it was a combined 26 strikeouts, 11 for the Mariners and 14 for the Diamondbacks. Mariners walked 3 times and got 4 hits for a total of 3 runs. Diamondbacks got 3 hits, 2 walks. They were on base 5 times. Mariners were on base 6 times. Mariners were 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position and only left 3 on base. The Diamondbacks were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position and left 4 on base. Rayleigh had his first stolen base of the season, first stolen base as a Mariner, and everybody was like, we didn't think he could do that. But it was absolutely amazing what he did. He did a bunt base hit, followed by a stolen base at second. Julio unfortunately got a caught stealing as part of a strike him out, throw him out double play. But I liked the hustle that he had there because it showed that he was just trying to do something. Eh, yeah, they are currently 4-1 over the last 5 games against the World Series participants of last year. 13-10 in the month of April. 1-0 since George Kirby struck out 12 batters on Kirby's birthday. 2-0 since Mitch Haniger got the grand salami. 4-1 since a broken tooth big dumper hit a homer. 9-2 since Jonathan Clase was called up. 9-2 since user the Throwback King, who I'm getting this from, saw Shrek 2 I Need a Hero scene in theaters. And then multiple people's kids are mentioned. Um, I absolutely love that this user puts that in the post game thread every day. It's amazing. Um, Julio has been hitting home runs, but he has been getting on base. In his last plate appearance, he got on base with a 7 pitch walk, where he didn't take the bat off his shoulder. And sure, I would have loved for him to swing at one of those 2 called strikes, but sorry, a 6. Yeah, something happened where there was an extra pitch. I think he struck out. He swung at one. He swung at the first one and then basically just took everything else and ended up walking, which was hilariously good. I do want to see what the home plate umpire's ump scorecard looks like tomorrow because, from what I could tell, he was having some issues calling balls and strikes for both teams. George Kirby had a few of these 12 strikeouts that looked like they were a little bit off the plate, but I'll take it because the couple of the times the Mariners had called strikeouts where the pitch was a little bit off the plate. So I'll take that because it's consistent and fair. I would like the automated balls and strikes system to come into Major League Baseball, but it's still being tested in the minor leagues with the balls and strikes challenge system. I plan on going to a game over the summer to check it out, and I'll report back on how I feel about it just to see. Um, Absolutely amazing game, but we did get some unfortunate news from before the game. Matt Barash is shut down indefinitely. He was having some issues, apparently, with none of his throws feeling right after playing catch. Uh, he's going to visit an orthopedic surgeon in Dallas for a more significant workup. Potentially needs Tommy John, but we don't know. There was an athletic article there was an athletic article talking about how the pitchers who are going to need Tommy John in the future included him, which is unfortunate because he throws a fastball like really fast, and I think we may have actually found the limit of the amount of stress you can put on the human arm. I don't know if we did, but it's going to be something we're going to find out in the future. Tomorrow's game is against the Diamondbacks again. Probable starters are I PFAADT. I don't know how to pronounce that right now. And Logan Gilbert, who's down to a 1.87 ERA and 2-0. Ooh, that's going to be a good game. That is going to be a good game. I'm thinking that Sebi is going to get the start tomorrow at catcher, and potentially Rivas is going to get the start at shortstop because he did get called up in place of J.P. Crawford. And he may get the start, give Dylan Moore a day off. I don't know. And then Jonathan Clase may end up getting a game tomorrow, too, especially because we do have the series win. In terms of the standings for Major League Baseball right now, the Mariners are again leading the AL West at a 15-12 record. That puts us 1.5 games over the Texas Rangers, who are 14-14, so 2 fewer losses than us. Plus, we have the head-to-head, but only one more win. So that's why we're 4.5 games up on Oakland, who's 11-17, and we're 4.5 games up on the 10-16 Angels, and then the Astros are 8-19, 7 games back. We are 8-2 in our last 10. Everybody else, Texas is 5-5, Oakland's 4-6, LA's 2-8, Houston's 2-8. Excuse me. In terms of the wild card, right now the wild card teams are the Yankees, Royals, and Tigers, with Cleveland and Baltimore getting the bye, and the Mariners being the third team at a 5.56 winning percentage, actually tied with the Tigers. Over in the National League, it's Atlanta, Milwaukee, Dodgers, and then the Phillies, Cubs, and Reds are the wild card teams. I cannot believe how good the Guardians are. 19-8 for a 704 winning percentage, and how bad the White Sox are. 5-2, 5-22 for a 185. Or not batting average, winning percentage. I'm gonna check out the strikeout stats right now, as I think we're probably gonna be back up there after today. Boston, Oakland, Seattle. So Boston's on 276. Oakland and Seattle are on 273 at second. Then Pittsburgh at 269, Colorado at 266. Uh, Boston's played us, Colorado's played us, Cincy's played us. They're sixth at 264. The Dodgers have 2 more games. And then the White Sox only have 239 strikeouts. And they've only walked 75 times. Mariners have walked 95 times, stolen 17 bases. We've got a batting average up to 221, an OBP up to 303, and an OPS up to 660 with a slug of 357. 194 hits, giving us 102 runs through 879 at bats. 28 of them doubles, 4 triples, and 28 home runs with 99 RBIs, 3 runs scored on manners that were not counted as an RBI. The fewest runs scored this season in Major League Baseball is the White Sox with 73, and then the Athletics. There are 5 teams with less than 100. Blue Jays are 6th at 100, and we're 7th fewest at 102. And the most runs scored, it's the Dodgers at 157, which is, they've had 1,007 at bats. But yeah, the Mariners do need to start scoring more runs to give their pitching staff more run support, but the Mariners pitching staff is all in contention for that Cy Young award. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just Mariners pitchers 1 through 6 on the Cy Young, depending on what happens with Hancock after Brian Wu comes back. Brian Wu did a rehab start in Tacoma, did about 48 or 49 pitches through 3 1/3 innings. The goal was for him to get 60 pitches. That's 11 fewer than the goal, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Rather excited to see how it goes. So yeah, The Mariners are in a really good spot right now at the end of April. 2 days left in April, two games. One game today against the Diamondbacks. It's midnight on the East Coast, and then one game. No, I'm sorry. Three games. Two games against the Braves after one game against the Diamondbacks. Getting those wins in April is going to be very helpful, especially if we can go on a run like we did last year in the summer. Um, Leo seems to be playing a lot like Ichiro, which is great. I want to. I wish I could talk to Julio and be like, "Did Ichiro tell you to just start hitting singles?" Because Ichiro's in the clubhouse every day. Ken Griffey was there today too, which was cool. It was '90s night for the Mariners. 3-1 win on Mariners. On Mariners '90s night giveaway, which is awesome. And then I believe the Braves series are Mariners value games.